So in the main area out here on the main page, the main slider area right here, this is actually a slider of blog posts, as a matter of fact, is what this is. And as these slide past, if we come over here and we click on the title, we'll actually be taken to the blog post for that page, and we can see the picture up top and then the content of the blog post right here, as well as down below the blog post, there's an area for people to share it on various social networking platforms as well. And it's actually a pretty extensive share platform that it has, so they can share it on virtually anything, and they can also leave comments if they're not logged in. It'll ask them to leave a name as well as an email address, or create an account and log in. One of the two, they have that option. So anyway, how do we create these and how do we get them to show up out here on the home page? Well, it's very simple. So I'm going to come back over here into the dashboard, and I'm going to come over here to posts. And WordPress, first and foremost, is a blogging platform. So these posts are very, very simple to create and edit. This gives you a quick overview of the posts right here, and I can choose the post that we were just in, as a matter of fact, and click in and edit the post, and we get a nice WYSIWYG editor here to edit the post, and you'll notice some selections, very common if you've used word processing programs before, very, very common selections. And as you hover over them, you'll get a little tooltip that'll tell you exactly what this particular item does. You can also switch into a text mode to look at the raw code too, as a matter of fact. Over here under categories, we've given this a category of featured, and that is what makes it pop up over here in the slider out front here. Down below here we have tags, and we can add tags as we want if we want to. This helps, what this does is this basically helps search engines index this particular content, as well as our own site's search engine to index this particular content. So over here, down here in this area, we have a featured image, so we can add a featured image to the posting as well. So what I want to do here is go ahead and take you through the process of creating a new post and actually getting it to show up out there. So now I could click Add New Post here, I could click New Post here, or I can click Add New here. And it's going to ask me if, because I made a change there, if I want to leave the page or not. I do. So when I click on Add New Post, it's just going to take me to a post edit screen, but it's just going to take me to a blank post edit screen. And I apologize for the delay here. We've been doing a lot of work on the system, so it's running a little bit slowly here. So here is where I would just put my blog post name. This would be the content of my post, whatever I would want it to be. And over here, I'm going to give it a category of featured. I'm going to add a tag of test post. And I'm going to set a featured image. Now it's going to show me all the featured images I have in my library, or I can click Upload File and go over here to my computer and then select a picture that I want for the featured image, and it will go ahead and upload it automatically to the media library, and I can select that as the featured image. Now once I've done this, all I have to do is come over here and click Publish, and since I've given it a category of featured, now when I come over here to the home page, once this is finished refreshing, and that means once it's done refreshing that it's saved it to the database, now I can come over here and refresh the page. And now we'll see here, I have my test blog post with just blog post name. And if I click on it, it will take me to the page for that blog post with the image up top and all of the content that we saw before, including an area for comments and social sharing. So, but I don't actually want that there. So what do I do? Well, I'm going to come back over here to all posts. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete this post. Now, when you delete a posting, it actually, what it does is it sends it to the trash. It doesn't actually completely delete that post. And over here, I'm going to switch this back over here to the home page. So when you first delete a posting and it sends it over to the trash, you actually have to go through into the trash and re-delete that posting. So I'm sorry this is taking so long. I'm going to go ahead and pause this for just a second. Oh, no, looks like here we go. Okay. All right, so you'll see here we have blog post name, which is what I was just working on, I'm going to come over here and click on trash. And that's going to go ahead and take, and that's going to send that to the trash. Now, once I've sent this to the trash, this isn't actually deleted. It's just been sent to the trash, but it's sort of like in a quasi-state, meaning that even though it's sitting in the trash, it's not published out front anymore. So I can go in and I can come into the trash and I can permanently delete it. Or if I don't want to permanently delete it, if I just want to leave it in the trash because maybe I want to come back and restore it later, I can do that. But as you'll see, when I come back out here now and we refresh the page, now that we've deleted that, now we're back to our original welcome to BookBicker first posting here. So to permanently delete that, I'm actually going to go ahead and come into the trash. And what I'm going to do is there's a couple of things I can do. I can either click delete permanently or I can just click empty trash. And if I click empty trash, that'll take everything that's in the trash and just completely wipe it out. And once I've done that, now it's permanently gone. I could have clicked restore to restore it, but since I deleted it permanently, now it's actually gone and it's been wiped out of the database along with all of its revisions and everything. So anyway, that is how you add and delete a blog post in the slider.